Right, let's talk about going with the flow, adaptability and guiding through transition, and the real imperative of adaptability, navigating a relentlessly shifting landscape. The world that we live in is moving at breakneck speed. To stand still is to fall behind. As change makers and leaders, we understand that transformation isn't a gentle stroll. It demands grit, determination, and a healthy dose of imagination. This isn't just about reacting, it's about cultivating an inherent agility, a going with the flow mentality that becomes the bedrock of our operations. Think about the volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous VUCA environment many of us operate within today. Our response isn't to be overwhelmed, it's to embrace VUCA 2.0, what I like to call vision, understanding, courage, and adaptability. Leadership is the engine of adaptability and transition. I believe true leadership isn't about clinging on to the status quo. It's about the courage to adapt and commit to lifting others through transitions. Awesome leaders make a real difference by being able to adapt and guide their teams through constant change. They understand that change is inevitable and possess the agility to adjust their strategies and approaches in response to evolving circumstances. These leaders are attuned to their team members' readiness for change and tailor their guidance accordingly. Their flexibility and ability to respond to unforeseen events with composure and clarity instills confidence and facilitates a smoother journey through periods of transition. This requires more than just issuing directives. It demands true strength, which for me is shown through courage, adaptability, and the commitment to inspire inclusion and lift others. Guiding your team through the phases of transition can be pretty intimidating and even scary, can't it? Our role as leaders is to guide our teams through the inevitable processes of transition with empathy and clarity. Consider a framework like panic, adaptation, new normal, and wouldn't go back. Understanding these phrases can help us articulate and anticipate our team's needs and tailor our support accordingly. In the initial phase of panic or resistance, clear and consistent communication, empathy, and opportunities for open dialogue are crucial. As the team moves towards adaptation, providing the necessary tools, training, and support for skill development becomes paramount. Celebrating small wins and acknowledging progress helps reinforce the new normal. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to reach the wouldn't go back phase, where the benefits of the change are fully realised and embraced. So let's talk about some practical tools and techniques to forge adaptability. There honestly are a wealth of practical tools and techniques we can leverage to understand and enhance our capacity for adaptability and guide others through transition. Let's break a few of these down and consider how we can apply them for measurable impact. First off, I think of the Situational Leadership Model. This powerful framework enables us to diagnose the performance readiness, the ability and willingness of individuals and teams related to a specific change. Crucially, it guides our ability and our adaptation of our style according to what's needed, whether that's directing, coaching, participating, or delegating. Imagine a new digital tool rollout. Some team members might be highly capable but resistant, requiring a coaching approach, while others might be eager but lack the skills, necessitating a directive style initially. Applying this model ensures we meet people where they are for the task at hand, accelerating adoption and minimising resistance. The GROW model can help, where we stand with goal, reality, options, and way forward. This coaching model provides a structured approach to conversations with individuals about their challenges and helps them identify their own paths through the transition. For instance, if a team member is struggling with a new process, the GROW model can help them clarify their goal, understand their own current reality, explore potential options, and define their way forward. This empowers them to take ownership of their development and adapt more effectively. We can use this model in coaching and participating of the situational leadership styles we've just discussed. Reflection journaling. Regularly reflecting on change initiatives we've been involved in is invaluable. By noting what went well, what could have been improved, and how we adapted our approach along the way, we build crucial self-awareness. This isn't just passive contemplation, it's an active process of extracting lessons learned and refining our strategies for future transitions. Consider dedicating 15 minutes at the end of each week to journal about recent change. What were the key challenges? How did the team respond? What would you do differently next time? Seeking 360-degree feedback. This more formal process of gathering feedback from peers, direct reports and supervisors on our adaptability and effectiveness in leading change provides a holistic view of our impact. Identifying patterns and areas for development allows us to target our growth and become more effective catalysts for change. Beyond that formal process, make it a point to regularly solicit specific feedback on your leadership during times of transition. Asking questions like, how effectively did I communicate the change? Or how well did I support you in adapting to the new processes? Another tool is scenario planning, which is practicing thinking through different potential scenarios that might arise during a transition and how we might respond builds our preparedness and flexibility for what actually happens. This proactive approach allows us to anticipate challenges and develop contingency plans, fostering a sense of control even amidst uncertainty. Before a major organisational shift, for example, gather your team and brainstorm potential roadblocks and challenges. For each scenario going forward, discuss possible responses and identify the resources and support that might be needed. Active listening exercises. Consciously practicing active listening skills in our interactions is critical to improve our understanding of others' perspectives and concerns related to our work. By truly hearing and understanding our team members' anxieties and ideas, we can tailor our support and build stronger buy-in. During team meetings, making deliberate effort to focus solely on the speaker, ask clarifying questions, and summarising their points to ensure their understanding. Shitty first draft check-ins. After key milestones or challenging periods in a transition, creating space for the team to share their initial thoughts and feelings without any judgment can surface underlying concerns and foster open communication. This technique encourages vulnerability and allows us to address issues before they escalate. After a significant project phase or a period of intense change, hold a brief shitty first draft session where everyone can share their raw, unfiltered reactions and observations. Emphasise that this is a safe space for initial thoughts, not polished solutions. Slightly more structured are learning from failure reviews, still blameless post-mortems. After a transition, conducting a blameless review to identify lessons learned about the change process and areas for improvement in future transitions is essential for continuous growth. The focus should be on understanding what happens and why not things happened, and not on assigning any blame. Following a major transition, facilitate a blameless post-mortem where the team collectively analyses what worked well, what didn't, what key learnings can be applied to future initiatives.
Someone is at the front door.
Done visioning exercises. Facilitating team exercises to co-create a shared vision of future state after transition can significantly increase buy-in and motivation. When the team feels a sense of ownership over the desired outcome, they are more likely to embrace the changes needed to get there. Before a significant change, conduct a visioning workshop where the team collaboratively paints a picture of what success will look like. Encourage them to share their aspirations and ideas for the future state. You can try scaling questions for readiness. This one's a good one. Using scaling questions, for example, on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready do you feel for this next phase of the change, allows us to gauge and track individuals' comfort levels and readiness for different aspects of the transition. This provides valuable insights into where additional support or communication might be needed. Regularly using scaling questions in one-to-one conversations to check in on team members' readiness for upcoming changes, this can provide a quick and effective way to identify potential areas for concern. Connecting with diverse perspectives. Actively seeking out and engaging with individuals who have different viewpoints on the change can broaden our understanding and lead to more adaptable solutions. Diverse perspectives challenge our assumptions and can uncover blind spots. During change initiatives, make a conscious effort to engage with individuals from different teams and backgrounds and levels within the organisation to gather a wide range of perspectives. An experimentation mindset. This is encouraging a culture of experimentation and learning during transitions. It is crucial. Framing new approaches as tests and focusing on extracting valuable insights, regardless of the outcome, reduces the fear of failure overall and fosters a growth mindset. When implementing new processes or technologies, encouraging the team to approach them as experiments. Emphasize that the goal is to learn and iterate, and that setbacks and valuable learning opportunities must occur. The power of communication and engagement. Effective communication is the lifeblood of any successful transition. We must be clear about why the change is happening, what it entails, and what the desired future state looks like. Sharing the vision and connecting it to individual and team goals can significantly enhance motivation and buy-in. Furthermore, engaging the team in the change process, soliciting their feedback and input, and empowering them to contribute to solutions fosters a sense of ownership and reduces resistance overall. Remember, people building people and work that has impact are key to making any change stick. This isn't about dictating change, it's about co-creating the future with our teams. Measuring progress and ensuring sustainability. Our focus in all of this on measurable results demands that we define how we will track the effectiveness of our adaptability and transition efforts. This could involve gauging readiness for change using scaling questions and feedback mechanisms, mirroring and monitoring adoption rates of new processes or technologies, tracking key performance indicators that the change is intended to impact, gathering qualitative feedback through surveys and open discussions. To ensure the change is sustainable, we need to embed the principles of adaptability into organisational culture. This includes fostering a growth mindset, encouraging continuous learning, celebrating adaptability as a core competency, regularly revisiting our vision, values, methods, obstacles and measures can help us stay aligned and track progress. Leading with empathy and resilience. As we've said many times, transitions can be stressful for individuals and teams. As leaders, we must demonstrate empathy and provide support to help our people navigate these challenging times. This includes acknowledging and validating their feelings and concerns, offering tools and techniques for stress management and nervous system regulation, creating a psychological safe environment where people feel comfortable expressing their anxieties, and asking for help. Promoting well-being and resilience through mindfulness practices and opportunities for connection. Remember, transformation is hard and it requires resilience, the ability to be outstanding and get comfortable with being uncomfortable. By prioritizing our team's well-being, we empower them to embrace change with greater strength and optimism. There is no shortcut. So in conclusion, embracing the flow and leading the way. The ability to go with the flow and effectively guide others through a transition is not a soft skill. It's a critical competency for navigating the complexities of our modern world. By embracing a mindset of continuous learning, leveraging practical tools and techniques, communicating with clarity and empathy, and focusing on measurable results, we can transform challenges into wins. So let's challenge the norm where the change is met with resistance. Let's drive a new area where adaptability is our superpower, unlocking the full digital and human potential within our teams. Expect nothing less than measurable progress as we act as catalysts, bridging the gap between technology and human ingenuity. With grit and unwavering optimism, we will not just adapt to the flow, we'll lead the flow, transforming our organisations to beacons of agility and success. The future, honestly, belongs to those who cannot see change coming, but also enhance it and harness its power to achieve extraordinary results. Let's make that future ours.